Hello dear students, in this tutorial we will be dealing with the wireless connection, wireless access point, also the connection to set up with the wireless access point and the switch. Alright, so what we're gonna need is we're gonna need the wireless access point with multiple devices that usually are by default connect to the network with the wireless connection, and we also need the regular PC that connects to the switch, and that switch will be setting up the network with the wireless access point. All right, so for doing that we will be handling with the wireless device. So in this case I chose the let me pick. I think, yeah, this is the access point PT, the basic access point. Try to choose your connection device. Regarding the connection devices, for example, routers, there are many sort of routers. You have to choose your right connection device for your scenario, right? So we have a access point, and usually for this access point, few laptops and the smartphone gets connected, right? So we have the smartphone, we have two laptops that gets connected to the wireless access point. So as you notice that the smartphone got connection quickly to the access point because there's no any password set, and the value of the name of the access point is given as a by default, right? And as I mentioned, we need one more connection device as a switch, 2960 switch as usual, and we need 3 more computers, right? So as an end device we need 3 PCs. So we'll put the PCs over here, and these PCs set up the connection with the switch, and that switch will have a connection to the wireless access point, right? So this part of the network is quite easy, and you catch the point, right? But this part is something new, so that's why let me start with a new feature. All right, so we will deal with the physical side as well. So if you want to set the connection with the access point and some mobile devices, right, starting with the smartphone, right? So you have to give some configuration. You have to use the port 1 to give wireless access to the mobile devices, right? So the first thing is you have to give the name. So we will call this one as let's say CAU Wi-Fi, right? Make sure that you deal with the upper and lowercase of the letters, right? It really matters, right? So this is the name of the access point, and it provides, or it has a password from 1 to 9. So 1 to 9 is going to be the password. So we provided the name for the access point and the password, right? Now, as you notice, the connection has been lost automatically because now this smartphone doesn't know what's the name of the access point, and so it got lost the connection, right? So now we will configure the smartphone. You go to the configure section, and then you go to the wireless section, right? And here as SSID, or just the name of the access point, you have to put the name we provided to this wireless device, right? At the same time, you choose the same encryption for the authentication and provide the IP address over here, right? So we've done as expected, and quickly you can see how the access point gets the connection back to the smartphone, right? So let's deal with the laptop as well. If you go to the laptop, as I mentioned, the Cisco packet tracer it has been for a while, and by default, the laptops, they do not have a wireless connection, right? So they have Ethernet port right over here. This is the Ethernet port. So what you have to do is you have to remove that Ethernet port, right? Before that, there's a tricky thing. You have to turn off the laptop, right? So you have to remove that port, and then you have to install the wireless access point device. You can either drag it from here, or you can just drag it from the picture provided over here, and then you have to turn on the PC. Now this laptop has the wireless connection capability set up, and let's deal with the other. Oh, I think it was the laptop in the middle. Let's deal with the other laptop. So we will turn it off, and then we remove the Ethernet port, and then we install the wireless access point. Now these two laptops, they have the hardware that enables them to connect wirelessly is set up, so that's why on the configure section we have this wireless 0 section available. So we provide the same access point name, and then same password field should be given, right? And so that they will ultimately set up the connection as well. This one I think I forgot to turn it on, so I turn it on, and then I provide the credentials accordingly. So this one also got the connection. Connecting the devices to the access point doesn't mean they have got their IP addresses, right? So now we have to deal with the IP address setting. So I go to the static section of the IP configuration, and now we can stick with the default IP address numbers. So I will give the IP address 100. For this one I will give the IP address 101 as a static IP address, and the other one I will give the IP address is 102. IP address is 102 for the mobile device. And now let's deal with the PCs as well. So let's connect the PC to the switch, and yeah, PCs are connected to the switch. Each one is given the IP address, right, as the common way. So we're dealing with the IP address, right, 168.1, and so we ended at 102, so we will continue with 103, right, and then 104 will be given as an IP address, right, 104, 104, and then 105. This is the IP address 105 given for the last PC. So yeah, the PC configuration is set and the wireless configuration is set. So we go to the the physical site, and then we need one more closet here. So for this closet, we will put the devices properly. So main wiring closet will have the access point, and the switch will move to the other closet, and the laptop stays in the same room, and the other laptop stays in the same room, and the smartphone also stays in the same room, and the other room will have those 3 computers stored. So as a result, so you can see the room on the left has all the PCs with a network set up between them, and the room on the right has all the wireless devices. Let's bring one more table here. Let's not put the laptop under the table, right? So but here we have the wireless. This is the icon for the image of the wireless access point, right? But there's no network established between them, and that's quite easy sparse, so you don't need to configure anything, just like you did for the router. You just set up a connection between them, and ultimately you will see the switch side will turn to the green, which means network set up properly. So let's put some rectangles. So for this one we will fill the color, and we'll choose the orange, right? And I'll draw a rectangle over here for this network, right, as a wireless network, and I'll draw one more rectangle over here for this network, right, for this network as the other sort of wired network, right? So we have now let's add some labels as well. Wireless network, right, wireless network, and this one goes as a wired network, right? So we will put the labels properly, and now you can see These connection devices, they have connection set up successfully, and you can also you can see that there's a line between the rooms, and you can also notice that the one particular line goes out of the room in this room, and the other room the same as well. Let's check. Maybe because it's a wireless connection, maybe they didn't put any wire there, but the idea here is there is a network set up or established between these two different devices, the area of the network, I mean. So let's try to ping one another. So let's try to ping from this laptop over here to this PC. The IP address of this PC is the 103. So I will open the laptop's command prompt, and I'll try to ping 192.168.1 and 103, right? So this PC replies, which means the network is set up between the devices, right? So yeah, the rest of the devices will work the same way. You can also try yourself. Yeah, in this tutorial we have seen how we can provide the wireless access point. So we set up the wireless access point for these mobile devices and for these hardware connected devices, and then there's a network established between them. We dealt also the physical side, so we have two rooms which each one has its own devices stored in those rooms. All right, so that's all. Thank you for the attention.